Good afternoon, good morning. It depends where you are. So today I'm going to be presenting our new application, which is a financial microfinance management application that was developed to address businesses or individuals that are into microfinance activities, like credit union, like business, or in other terms, what we call susu in our local language. So this is the dashboard. Okay, we have three categories or four categories of user. We have the administrators, who is responsible to see all of the parts of the application. We have the agent. The agent can see this part. Okay, the agents that go on the fee. And we have client. The client can see this part if you wish to give them opportunity to do so. Good. So we have the map. So the map here is going to be able to show list of places you have, you have your customer and so on. So we can zoom that to see. Or like for example, you can zoom again. So you can be able to see the street and the addresses of your customers in real life and in real time, sorry. And we have the managed dashboard. The managed dashboard comprises of two account types: the internal account, what we call the internal cash register, and the global cash register. So here, the internal cash register is where, if you are ongoing lot of, it's where you take money to do expenses that pertain to the microfinance activities, like teaching of light bulbs, buying gasoline to go on a fee, and so on. And the global cash register is when people do deposit, withdraw, and all of these things. This is like the global account that englobes all of the money that enter into the microfinance business. Good. After that, we have customer. Okay, so we have account and customer. So we can list that. Okay, we have three accounts that are here. So they are all being approved. The approved process is done when you send agents on the fee to how do you say to convince customer to register as a microfinance customers, and then you at the office as administrator, you can approve the process so they can be able to have access to their account. So if we click here, we can see if the customer want to do transaction, whether it's deposit, withdraw, or mortgage debting of the account. That is, if you are taking mortgage fee that you're charging the customer for maintaining the account. So for example, we are going to do deposit of maybe around 6,000 for this customer. We add that. So okay, this customer just got a deposit, so 112,500. So we can see if the customer wants to take a loan. So the loan policy is mostly based on how much the person contribute every month. Is half of that is what the person is responsible to take as a loan. So here we can see amount to be deposited in 1 month is 5,000. So half of 5,000 is 2,530. This is what the person is capable of taking as a loan. Good. Now we can move on to, if you want to add a new client, we can click here. So we can add the first name, the last name, the date of birth, the place of birth, the sales agent, contact, address, profession, email, and all of these things. We can fill in all of this. The account, whether it's a monthly deposit account or it's a daily deposit account. The opening fee. Okay, if you wish to charge your customer to have a specific amount as an opening fee, you can do that. Maybe 1,000 or maybe 500 or maybe 100 and so on. Amount to deposit. Okay, and the agent. If the customer came through an agent, you can select the name of the agent. If not, you leave it as it is. You can put the ID number of the person. Okay, the ID if you want to take the picture, the ID number, the ID picture, the photo of the person, the residence certificate if you like, and so on. Now, here is where you validate deposit that have been done in the fee. So if customer if your client, if your agent goes on the fee to do some to collect client or customer deposit, they can do the deposit on the fee, and then if they come to the office, now they can give you the money. You do counter verification, and then you make sure that this is correct before you validate the amount. So for this part, we are going to come to that later. So the credit starter. So here a credit can be approved or disapproved. So this is mainly done if a client in their application, like here, if the client in here requests for loan, so you as an administrator here, you can approve or reject the loan. It depends on the situation. So reimbursement. So here is the reimbursement of loan process. So here you can click here to reimburse. If here this part is red, meaning the customer is late, so you can put a penalty on what they can be paid as a penalty for delaying to pay the loan and so on. So here we have history, we have deposit, reimbursement. So the deposit history, so the transaction number, the account number, the customer, the holder name, or that is the customer name, and the transaction types. So it's deposit. We can have the reimbursement here as well. So this is the history of reimbursement of loan. Here we can have the prospective customers. And prospective customer, these are customers that they are not totally convinced, but they have little interest. So most of the time, if the situation is like this, the agent are going to register them and then register them in the area of prospective customer or prospective client. And then time goes by, you can call them and then require from them and so on. So here can be agents. You can list the agent. Right now we have only one agent, so I can add another agent. You can see sorry, I can come back. Okay, so I can add an agent. So the agent number is generated automatically. So the name of the agent, I can say Princess, for example, and the phone number is 0770 552233 55 again, sorry, 33. And so the balance, here is like the balance for agent fee. So I put 500 and then we save that. Good. So that's good. So we can come back. And after that, we can come to employees. So you can list, these are employees that work in microfinance agencies. You can add more employee, the addresses, the position, the salary, and so on. And then after that, you can create a lot of users, a lot of users to log in into the application. You can do that. So you can click here and create a user, the give them role. You can give them administrator, cashier, controller, agent, and customer. So it depends. Now, if you create an account for customer, automatically their account to login has been created. It's like that, it's automatic. Now it left with you if you want to give that to them. So now after this situation, I'm going to log in as an agent first. So I'm going to log in as an agent, Moses, here. So to see the detail of Moses as administrator, I can click on this icon. And then this is the login and this is the password, So I can copy this and I can log out. I can put here Moses. And then the password is already here. I can log in. Good. So this is Moses as an agent. This is his platform. So Moses has no authorization to see the dashboard, which account will be created, the deposit, and all of these things. So Moses can go, if Moses is on the feed with his cell phone, so this is responsive. Let me put it into mobile version so you can see that. Since most of the agents will be using their mobile phone, so we make it responsive. So Moses can click on prospective client, and here is it. You can put the first name, the last name, date of birth, place of birth, the gender, and all of the information that are required, the profession, the latitude and longitude. They can get it. So you get your location. If you click that, it's going to ask you, and then if you accept it, you get the location automatically. So this is why it's going to make you to get prospective client in the area. So after that, I can count a list of prospective clients, 0%. I can return again. I can count a client. If you want to add a new client, if the person is already convinced, there is no name, you add in as a prospective client, you add in as a client directly. So for this part, you are going to add the fee is a little bit long, and I can also return. I can add a list of client. Okay, so Moses has one person as his client, which is Jackson. So Moses can click here to see details. The opening fee was 500 LD. The amount to deposit, the total amount that is in this person account, and so on. I can return, and then I can see the deposit of my client. So the deposit of Moses' client, so you can click here. So if Moses is on the fee, if Jackson wishes to deposit some amount, so Jackson wants to deposit, so if you see here, Moses only have access to deposit. He has no access to withdraw or debt account or so. So Jackson wants to deposit maybe, let's say 2,000, So Moses can deposit that, okay? That being deposit, and we can verify it here. So once Moses has submitted the deposit, if Moses returns to the office, the deposit has to be approved first before it can be added to the account of Jackson. So Moses can verify his account. Right now he has 2,700 as an agent fee, what he has gotten from the various deposit and so on, the percentage. He can request for withdrawal. So he has 2,750 in his account. So he can request maybe 2,000 as a withdrawal fee. So he can add that. So withdrawal requests have been successfully submitted. So it also has to be approved by the administrator. So we can see, okay, we have, that was a little internet problem. So now I can log out by clicking here, and I can log in as a client. So I will log in as I think I have to log in as a client, like Jackson. Okay, I'll log in as a Kelvin because I don't have Jackson password. So this is a client dashboard. So a client can see their account, how much is in their account, 50,000. This is their account number, and so on. And I can see my deposit, the deposit he has done. Here is it, can return. My withdrawal, so he has not done a withdrawal yet. My monthly contribution, not yet. Request a loan. So Kelvin can request a loan by clicking. So all of the information has been entered. Desired amount. So Kelvin wants to request maybe so say his monthly deposit is 1,000. Kelvin can request maybe 500. Payment method can be monthly, and the date is today. So Kelvin can request that. So it has been submitted as well. And then loan. So today Kelvin requested a 5,000 loan, and it has not yet been, not approved. Okay, not been approved yet. And you can see repayment history, nothing yet. So I'm going to log out and re-log in as administrator so you can see. So I log in as administrator. Good. So if I see money credit is 3, so I can come to validate deposit. Okay, so now this was deposit that was done by agent Moses for Jackson. So I can verify the amount. If it is correct, I can say yes, approve. And once it is approved, it is going to not be displayed here. And